Cherene Francis is an award-winning entrepreneur, and she's the founder of the Personal Brand Boss. How fitting is that? You're the brand boss.
It's totally fun. For all you
Oh, there's
bosses
more.
out
I am not
there.
done. Shireen is a marketing consultant. She is a certified image consultant. There is more. She's also a creative director. She's a filmmaker. She's a producer. She's an actor. All of the things. I am so excited.
I like to say anything that involves a screen, I'm there.
Exactly. And
In front, behind, I'm there.
that's how we first connected in the
Yeah.
other area. And now I love that our paths kind of overlap. So that's what this conversation is about.
Yes.
And we're not going to waste any time. We're going to jump right in because you have so many gems, Cherene, that we're going to drop. And it's about the 4 biggest brand excuses that entrepreneurs make. I know you've heard a lot of these. So
Yes.
I'm ready for your hot
I
take.
got my notes.
Okay, let's go. Question number 1, or excuse number 1. But
Mm.
Shireen, I don't want to be on social media. I want to be taken seriously. I'm a professional, Shireen. Tell me if you've heard this. I want you to expand on it and how you address it.
Here's the thing. I think we're in a time where people connect with authenticity. Authenticity. And so I even, studies are showing, even the clients that I'm working with, we're finding that the more curated and more like perfect that we show up on social media and in general is the more that people aren't connecting with that because it's not relatable. We all know from social media, it's shown us a lot that, we all have our falters, we all have our behind the scene moments. And so you can throw away that misbelief, that disbelief, because people now are resonating more with authentic people. You don't have to be on social media and look perfect. You could
Right.
literally be, for example, on TikTok, which I would say is probably the rawest platforms of them all. You could be fumbling with your phone and coming up with whatever you have to say. And I think what people are looking for is authenticity. They're not looking for perfectionism anymore. And so it's not going to take a hit on your professionalism. As a matter of fact, the more authentic you can be, the more
Hmm.
professional you are perceived because they
Interesting.
believe you, they trust you
Right.
versus you putting on a show or an act and they're not quite sure what's behind that mask,
True.
Yeah.
100%. I'll admit, sometimes in my life, I'm the opposite in that I'm wondering if I'm not being professional, of being with too many jokes and too much showing behind the scenes of what I'm doing in my life. So it's funny. I imagine some people are like, I don't want to show my house, my kids. I only want to show the business.
Right. Actually, we were talking about this before, right? You had a post where you were like cleaning your house, and that one had a lot of views. You're
Did
like
better than
staging your house.
almost everything else.
All the posts, right? Like, but
Yeah.
why? Why are people interested in that aspect of you, right? And it's because it's relatable,
Right.
it's interesting. We are interesting as we are, and I
Yep.
think we just need to accept that.
Great point. You're batting 1 for 4. Here's number 2 coming at you. So, Shireen, I will be on social media, but I only want to focus on LinkedIn. That
Mm.
is where my people is. Don't talk to me about other platforms. LinkedIn all the way, all day, every day, and only. Talk to me about that.
Yeah, you know what? I do agree with focus, which is great. And at the same time, if you are looking to like grow your influence, being readily available on other platforms, and it doesn't mean that you are like have the same intensity as you have on LinkedIn if
Sure.
you're focused on LinkedIn. But for example, each platform showcases a different side of you,
True.
and it will actually help build your authority in other areas because not everybody's going to be on LinkedIn. So, for example, on Instagram,
Right.
there's a lot of like social aspects, entertaining aspects on Instagram with
Right.
a bit of business. It's about a bit of mix of both. Facebook, is your face. Like, what am I doing? What am I up to? show the kids all the things, right? And then TikTok is really a free for all. Like, it's great for you to rant there. It's
Right.
great for you to like speak your mind there, right? And so all platforms have their own culture, and LinkedIn definitely is great for showing your business behind the scenes, what
Authority.
you're up to, what is
Hmm.
the next speaking gigs. And it's okay to like give the other one some love. Now, I don't
Right.
recommend like going all in with all of them
You
unless you
cannot.
have the people
Right.
resources to do so or the support to do so. But other people are going to look for you on other
Sure.
platforms. So at minimum, secure your profile, put a post once a month at minimum.
I have a little anecdote to add. So I admit I was a little snobby about Facebook many years ago. Like, well, my people are not on, I'm not
Yeah.
a Facebook girly. And then I started to think, I am in a lot of Facebook groups though.
Yeah.
I'm like, I am in the entrepreneurs over 50. I'm in this group, neighborhood. And it's like, my people are there too.
Yeah.
So I admit I don't post. Actually, sometimes I repurpose to post on Facebook, but
Yes.
I can't not have a presence on Facebook, if that
Yeah.
makes sense.
I mean, Facebook is the largest one. So
Yeah.
again,
How many
if
millions of
yeah,
people or
millions.
billions are on Facebook?
You know what? And what I advise people is like at least put a placeholder there. What you could do is still brand your Facebook and then put a post and pin that post and say, hey, Facebook, we're more active on
You can
LinkedIn.
find me over,
Find
I
me
think
on
I say
LinkedIn
that.
or go to this
You can
website.
find me here.
Yeah. Because if you're not there, it sometimes just shows that, you know, you're not on or you're not
Right.
in business, especially
Hmm.
on Facebook.
Yeah.
Not all the platforms, but especially on Facebook,
That is
because
great
that's
advice.
like,
Have a
yeah,
presence, claim your spot, and again, just occasionally or pin a post so people
yeah,
know.
yeah.
Two for two,
Woo!
Cherene. Okay, we're going on to the myth number three. And I have some thoughts about this one. And this is the brand mistake myth. Well, I don't really need to show my face. It's more about the product than me. Or, well, we're a team. I don't want to stand out. And you'll go on someone's page, and where it's about me, it's a stock image of hands or something like that.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I want to hear your take first. I've got some thoughts about, I really don't need to show my face. It's not as important. My brand is not about me.
This is a good one, and I love this one. Here's the thing: people connect 7 to 10 times more with
A
faces. A
face.
face. So if it's not going to be your face, the question is whose face is it going to be? Are you going to hire models? Are you going to get what are called user generated creators to create content for you to
Yeah.
represent the brand, right?
Yeah.
People connect with people. This is why Nike will have the Jordan, right? This is why brands will have
Personalized.
commercials
Yeah.
showing context. So, yes, we do need a face. There are what they call AI generated profiles now, which has become a thing. It's kind
Right.
of a face. It's kind of a face. But at the moment, if you're wanting to grow faster, I recommend incorporating people into your brand, at least
And I
for
often
you.
say, like, look at my own feed. I can post photos or text posts of this or that. Anytime I show my face, I'm
Yeah.
sorry, not that it's all that great. It performs better. People like to see
Yes.
your face. And I can't tell you how many times I've looked on someone's website and I'm digging to find out who they are.
Who
Even if
is
I'm
who is
buying
this?
an
Yeah.
African basket. This is an anecdote. I just wanted to buy one, but I wanted to buy from a real person with a
Yeah.
connection. And it
Yes.
took me so long to find, oh, this is the founder and this is her
Mm.
story. This is why she started importing XYZ. So, as a photographer, of course, we all need to show your face. Your
Right.
face, it is part of your brand. It's what's going to attract you. It's what you need. So,
Absolutely.
definitely yes
Yes.
to photos.
Yes
Okay,
to
we've just got one
photos.
more. This is not a big, long live. This is focused and targeted to help you.
Getting to the point.
Okay, so number four, and I want your take on this. For those who say, Cherene, I'm here to sell, I'm here to make money. I don't want to pretend on social and pretend like I'm trying to make friends. I'm just here to sell.
Mm.
So, talk to me about this thinking and this approach and why it might not be the best.
I love the sales mentality. You know, it's like the hunter, right? They go out, they
Focused.
shoot, they kill, they bring home the food, right?
Yeah.
And it works. However, if you have the farmer's mindset, you plant, you
Yep.
nurture, you grow, and
Take
then you have
time.
this thing that takes
Long game.
over. You have a tree that bears fruit,
Right.
right, in its proper season. and it's not as hard, right? And so I like the easy life. I like a little bit more ease and flow with my connecting with audience and connecting with business. So I just invite people that, why not take a little bit of time, even if you could allocate 20% of your time to start farming while you hunt,
Right.
so that later on in the future, you don't have to work as hard
Right.
and you can hunt less and just pick from the fruit that you've already planted a time ago. So that would be my suggestion is
Right.
it's an investment. It is an investment in your business in the
Long game.
now
Yeah.
and your long-term game.
You
Yes.
also had a really good analogy. I want you to repeat that because it's the idea of, if someone thinks, I got to sell, 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 I'm about direct. I don't. You talked about like with weight loss. Maybe you could reiterate. I think it was the idea that you're not selling the hard part of the weight loss. It was this idea that even if you want to sell, suggestive selling. Can you talk about
Yes.
that? I thought that was great.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that sometimes we get really like, here's my product, buy
Buy
the
it.
product. But people aren't really buying the product. What they are buying is what the product brings them.
Right.
So if you can show the evidence or the vision behind
Right.
that product, right? Like if you take this, you're going to feel really
Right.
energized in the morning.
Yeah.
If you work with this, you'll make it through the night after cooking for your
Right.
family and you won't feel like you're just,
Sure.
you just toss yourself on the bed.
Right.
Like, so you talk about the vision
Right.
behind the product and what it will do for you and showing those illustrations, showing that in video and picture is really powerful, right?
Right.
It gives people a why they should
And
invest
it's
in
not
your
the hard
product.
sell always, because
Yeah,
we do get bombarded.
too much.
Hard sell all day from the minute you open up any app
Yeah,
till you go
from
to
the
bed.
time. Yeah, exactly. It's everywhere. So, this is a great way of putting those, just poking people on the shoulder saying, hey, why don't you try this?
Yeah,
Yeah, for
suggesting.
sure.
Love this. Okay,
Yes.
recapping, we're done here. So basically, here are the four suggestions again. You know what? You have to contemplate being on social media. It doesn't have to be, it's not a hit to your credibility. It's actually going to help you in the long term. And yeah, don't put all your eggs in one basket. Spread them around. You can have your key focus areas. Number three, show your face. Please show your, even if you're on LinkedIn, don't have the bear avatar. Show your face. And number four, selling hard isn't always the way to go. There's suggestive selling, and take your time with that.
Yeah,
There are so many things, Cherene. We probably need a part two. There are so many
I'd
more
love
things
a
that we
part
could get
two.
into.
Hey, why don't anyone that's watching or catching the replay,
Yes.
if you have questions, go ahead and put them in the
100.
comments.
Please do. Thank you.
Yeah.
And we'll check them in a second, but let me also, I want to make sure people know how to reach you and figure out how they work with you, because I know you can help entrepreneurs from beginning to end and everything in between. So why don't you let folks know?
Right. So right now I'm on through my personal brand, which is Cherene Francis, where I do all of my consulting and digital marketing work is at Personal Brand Boss, the handle, or personalbrandboss.com. You could reach out to me. You could also take one of the brand quizzes. I have a brand assessment, takes
Great
you through
website.
all the
Lots of
things.
to choose.
Yeah, all the things, and it gives you a customized report that shows you where your blind spots are. And then we can jump on a call and talk about how to resolve those blind spots. But yeah, other than that, reach out to me in either space, and I'd be happy to point you in the right direction.
Fantastic. And hey, just a reminder, I'm a personal brand photographer. If you don't know, personal brand photos and videos are what I do, and I help you show up. So if that is something for you, definitely reach out. And actually, maybe you need us both,
Yeah,
Shereen. Maybe there is room for us
absolutely.
to bring our powers together to help an entrepreneur grow.
100%. Yeah.
Right.
Photos, everyone I work with needs photos, and we actually don't go through the secondary, third
Right.
steps until they have gotten those branded photos, because that's what really makes you pop,
Right.
really makes it. So,
Yeah.
Margot
We can
and
collab because you need
her
photos, but
photos.
then there's
Yeah.
the messaging and the
Yes.
strategy, and that's where you shine. So, hey, reach out to us. But
Yes.
Cherene, thank you again for this conversation, and I look forward to doing it again. And actually, I don't know if anybody's any questions, but please reach out to us even after this and keep building your brand. And I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day.
You as
Bye,
well.
everybody.
Bye.
Bye.